Hi and welcome back to our kitchen. So glad to see you today. Today's recipe is Grammy's corn casserole, old family favorite from my stepsister Tracy. I guess they make this all the time on Thanksgiving, and it's a favorite of theirs. And it's dairy-free and gluten-free. And it's great for Easter, Thanksgiving, whatever dinner you're having, or even by itself. Let me show you how it's done. First of all, the recipe starts out with, we have 4 tablespoons of cornstarch, and the recipe calls for 4 tablespoons of sugar. I cheated and used 2 tablespoons of white sugar and 2 tablespoons of my sweetener that I like. And that took the sugar down a little bit. So you put that in a bowl. Tends to stick, so pat it out. And then I'm going to add the egg yolks. This is 4 eggs, room temperature, separated. What I mean by that is the yolks go in one bowl and the whites go in another. If you don't know how to do that, let me know and I'll tell you how to do that. Now this is, I'm going to use a spoon today on this. I'm not going to use a mixer. What I want to do is I want to start pouring in some of this corn. This is the cream corn now. And we want to get it to where it's mixed well. And then I'm going to add the rest of the can. This is such an easy recipe. Then I'm going to add the second can of cream corn. Now mind you, this is a double recipe from what she said her original one was, but to make it for a large gathering, she doubled the recipe. So all you have to do to make it a smaller recipe that you would put maybe in a 9x9 glass dish is to have everything in half. And I'm sure you know how to do that. Now I've got the 2 cans of kernel corn that I'm going to add in here and mix well. You have to mix it well or it won't come together. Let me really get in there and do this. The reason I'm not using a mixer on this is it's unnecessary, number 1. And number 2, you're not dirtying, well, I am going to dirty the mixer for the egg whites, but I'll show you how we do that. I'm mixing this well. Okay, now I want to beat the egg whites. I'm going to switch bowls out here real quick. And I'm going to grab another bowl. And I have a mixer, which I have a whipping attachment. And let me plug this in. Okay. Now I have my 4 egg whites that I separated from the eggs. And we're going to whip this till it's a soft peak. Okay, still not there. I want it a little bit harder than this. It's getting there. I just needed a little bit more. Yeah, it's there. Okay, now what you do with these is to fold it into your corn. And what I mean by fold, I'll show you. I'm going to use a spatula, rubber spatula, and I'm going to do a little bit at a time. See how puffy that got? This is going to add air into your dish. And I want to fold it. Down and over. I don't want to bust up the bubbles in the eggs, so you don't mix it real hard. You just fold all this in. Look how beautiful those egg whites turned out. More folding. Get it all incorporated. I'm going to set my oven at 350, and we're going to bake this for 30 to 40 minutes. And use your judgment if it's, you can tell if it's not done or not, or keep an eye on it if your oven runs hot, because it might only go 30 minutes. I'm going to put it in a greased 9 by 13 pan, which I've sprayed with the oil, cooking oil, and we'll be back to show you what it looks like. Will you look at this thing? It puffed up, it looks beautiful, nice and brown. I ended up doing it for 40 minutes. And I swear my memory keeps going on me. I forgot to tell you that before it goes in the oven, you take a half a stick of butter, cut it up and dollop it over to the top of your casserole. My mouth is watering, it's hard to talk. And let me spoon it out for you. Tracy, thank you for the recipe, and I'll be tasting it in a little bit, and I'll be back. Okay, again I want to thank my stepsister Tracy for giving me this recipe. It's a good casserole for your holidays, and I'm going to try to taste it without burning my mouth off. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Be my best friend. Very good. Bye. Okay. Again, I want to thank my stepsister Tracy for giving me this recipe. It's a good casserole for your holidays, and I'm going to try to taste it without burning my mouth off. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Be my best friend. Very good. Bye.